Okay, so welcome back to my new video on struct. Okay, so in one of my earlier videos, we learned about how we can declare struct, but I failed to cover in that video how we can do nested struct. So it's more or less like declaring nested classes in other programming language. So let's jump right into the IDE, and I'm going to show you how you can do nested structs using Golang. So I'm in the IDE. I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to call it Nested Structs. So inside the nested folder, I'm going to create a main file. So on top of the main function, I'm going to declare two struct objects. So the first one is going to be type struct, and I'm going to call it person. Okay, so I'm going to define the attributes of this person. This person has a name and is of type string. This person has an age, is of type integer. And then he has a salary, an integer. You can make it float 64. And then this person has education, which you can make it a string. He also has an address. Okay, so I'll come back to this. I'm going to declare another type called address. I'm going to call it address. And this struct is going to contain his location, his city, his state, his country, and then maybe his zip code. Okay. So this is going to be of type string. Zip code is going to also be string. And then his country is also going to be a string. All right. So now we want to nest this address inside this person struct. So the way we do it is what address, and then we call the address type here. You see, this is in caps referring to this struct, and then this is a variable with a lowercase. Okay, so now let's call this struct. Let's call it address. So now you can see it's going to populate city, country, state, and zip code. So let's pass these values in. So the first one is city. And then we're going to call it Akron. His state is Ohio, OH. His zip code is 44304. And then his country is US. Then we're going to declare another one, the person. And then we pass in his name. His name is We pass in his name, which is Donald Trump. And then we pass in his age is 78. And then his salary is 250,000 US dollars. And then his education is maybe his education is university. University, I'm just calling it bachelor's. Okay, so let me bring this down. So now we pass in the address and then the address. Okay, so now we can now call this person equals that. And then now finally we can now print person object. Okay, can now print person object. So you can give these names. You can give these names better description. You can call this person strat. And then you can call this address strat. Okay, now we are just printing the person object here. We can as well print the address object. Okay, so let's run this and see what we get. Okay, city. Okay, I missed this city, zip code, and then country. Okay, so I missed the attribute names. So let's rerun this. So as you can see, this is the address object, and this is the address object inside the person object, okay, or the person strat. All right, so let's see what we can do with the address. So let me print this. So let's say we call person object dot address dot city. So we just want to print the city. Okay, so this is how you access the city: the person object, the address object, and then the attribute city. Okay, so city. Okay, so if you want to print, let's say, what else do we want to print here? Maybe his state. Okay, so his state is gonna be person dot address dot state. All right, so let's print the last one. We want his salary. His salary, which is person dot salary. Okay, so let's run this and see what we get. You see, this is salary, his city, and then his state. So assuming we want to increase the person's salary by some value, we can declare another function here and call it increase salary. So we're going to take his salary and then we're going to return a float. So all we can do is salary times, we want to increase his salary by 10. Okay, so times 10. Okay, so if we come here and say call increase salary function, so we can say fmt print increased salary. Okay, and then now we can pass in increase salary, and then we say person.salary. Okay, so now let's run this. You see, his salary is increased. So let's not multiply it. Let's just add some, let's say 100,000 US dollars to 250,000 US dollars. Okay. So if I run this, you see, it's now 350,000 US dollars. All right. So this is how you make use of nested struct. Okay. So we declared a struct object and another one, and then we call this address struct within the person struct. Okay. And then now we call this address struct and pass in all the values. We call the person struct and pass in all the values, including the address object. Then we assign it to this attribute called address. And then now we call each individual objects, and then we're able to access the individual attributes. And then we also define a function, and then we call the function inside the main function. So this is all I have for today. If you don't understand anything, please leave your comments in the comment section below, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then I'll see you in the next one.